'cause all around my bedside I hear the patter of Delia's feet. Delia's gone, one more round, Delia's gone. So if your woman's devilish, you can let her run, or you can bring her.
The Man in Black, Johnny Cash. Yes, well, this man I thought would end up slightly higher on the list, but The Man in Black grabbed number 13. I don't think he would have taken it as a bad sign. When I grew up, my mother had 2 Johnny Cash albums. First of all, it was a compilation of Sun material called Original Golden Hits Volume 1. I think that was issued in 1969. And then the CBS album At San Quentin. I remember liking the early Sun material a lot, and also listening to the San Quentin album long before I knew that San Quentin was a prison, and long before I understood any English. And I remember noticing the strong audience reactions during some of the songs, and also that there were beeps now and then when Johnny Cash talked, and I didn't understand why. I didn't. Of course I do now, although I think those censorship beeps were a bit harsh, because would you to this son of a beep? Tired of that beep? Yeah, something like that. Johnny Cash has always been very popular in Sweden, and he has sold loads of records. And I noticed that when I was a child, almost everyone, at least up in northern Sweden, had an album, at least one album with Johnny Cash. And I realized too quite early that he was a productive man, since there always seemed to be different issues in every home. Yeah. Anyway, for some years I didn't think much about Johnny Cash, but I rediscovered him, like many others, when he issued his first Rick Rubin collaboration, the album American Recordings, in 1994. Just the chilly first number, the first chilly opening number, Delia's Gone, made me understand that he was back, and that he was as strong as ever. The last 9 years of his life were years filled with declining health, but also with loads of new recordings being made, and a great number of albums in the American recording series, including 2 posthum issues so far anyway, and loads of more or less bootleg-like albums. The interest in his music hasn't faded during the years, that's obvious. I remember reading a very good description somewhere that he looked death in the eyes several times, and death had been the first one to look the other way, to look away. He stared it down, but then death played a really dirty trick by taking Johnny's beloved wife June Carter from him, and after that he lost more or less the will to keep on fighting, and he died just a couple of months later. When he died, Swedish media almost ignored it, because since most journalists were writing about the shocking murder of the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Anna Lindh, but that was only temporary. The interest keeps being strong, and when some forgotten and unissued material from the early 1980s were issued last year on the album Out Among the Stars, it felt again as if Johnny Cash hasn't really died. I mean, he keeps on releasing new albums, so there might be some truth in that. So, number 13, Johnny Cash.